London and Leiden University. His remarkable contributions to research have earned him numerous prestigious awards, including the Commonwealth Academic Staff Fellowship and the AICTE Career Award for Young Teachers. With a highly impactful research profile reflected in thousands of citations and a strong H index, Dr. Mukherjee continues to inspire innovation in the field of pharmaceutical sciences. We are truly privileged to have such an eminent personality among us today. I would like to call upon Dr. Shreyansh Kumar Jain, sir, to kindly come forward and help us welcome our brilliant speaker with a floral bouquet. Please join and welcome our brilliant speaker. Give a big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Dr. Pulak Mukherjee to take the stage and share his valuable insights.
Good afternoon. In fact, I'm really honored to be here for the first time in this program. And I can see the enthusiasm with all our dear students. Especially, I know that this is a program where leadership role in the third year, and everybody is contributing, and you can see the vibrancy. And that's the BHU what we really felt, in fact, all of us. So, what I tell in next around 45 minutes to take you to a different area. Yes, from morning onwards you have heard so many about this quality and leadership and so many other things. But beside that, something like that, where is the source of grant and how best that we can promote our own research in the area where a real sense India has been contributing from years to years. And this particular area, what we used to tell ethnopharmacology has really helped in developing drugs from our ancestors and drugs from nature. I believe that in this hall, whoever is here, everybody has taken that Ayurvedic kara or this herbal infusion during COVID time. Is there anyone who have not taken? Can you raise your hand? If anybody who has not drink that this kara during COVID, everybody has. Either you have been forced by your parents or you have taken on your own or different ways. Now the whole thing has happened that. Why we have taken? Because we have faith in our system. Now if we have that much faith on our own system, why not we do that much of science in this particular discipline to prove that we can really grow in a multiple component than our neighboring country like China. And yes, I will give you some sort of those evidences where you will feel that the things are changing in our country many fold. In fact, that doesn't mean that I am telling that we need need another COVID to happen. But at the same time, that something very new has happened, starting from budget in this field. In the area, like say, India is the only country where we have a separate ministry department, and they are so active in promoting the particular area. And many other things which I will tell you in the next few slides when we are discussing here. So, what I mean to say that say we have to respect our own culture, our own ethos, our own tradition, and that is why this ethnopharmacology, when we say that evidence-based healthcare, we need to have those translational pathways. Here, one thing is very interesting. Like say, you are working. So when we do science, we go on working something and asking why, what, when, all those questions. At the end, if we get something positive, then we have worked very good. And if we are not getting anything, then people used to say that your research has no value, and sometimes you get frustrated. Our system is good enough to make one person frustrated. That everybody will all know. Because if you are not getting anything good, nobody is there with you. Even though you have done very high level research, and when you are getting something, people will be dancing with you. This is a common thing in our own culture, and this happens in many places. Like say, you see the life history of many people, you will see that from where they have come to which stage and what are the problems they have faced, and this same thing happened in this area also. So, you see the drug like quinine, it has come from plant, and then you see another antimalarial drugs, artemisinin, again come from plant only. In between, lot medicine, this is lot many things. I am not telling any field is small or big, but at the end of the day, we have not got anything that which has given us a molecule which we are taking as a drug. Same story for cancer. Say like we have lot many labs in our country, in US, and in fact NIH has their own database, and all databases are full of these Indian plants and components thereof. So evidences are already established, and now this evidence-based validation is the things what our people are doing throughout the country. But sometimes, that what I feel out of my 30 years of experience in this area, that maybe we are not good in selling. This is maybe one of the points. And another very important thing is that we don't believe our own. As I told that we all have taken that Ayurvedic kadai during COVID, and we didn't got that not infected, or somebody maybe less infected, something like that. But we never say that I took that Ayurvedic infusion or this kadai, that is why I didn't know. We tell that I have taken the vaccine, I have taken this, that, like that. We do not promote our own. This is one thing what need to be in this area, and it is happening now. So what is the main thing is that this is our India's journey from the ancient root to modern innovation. And this is one of the very, very best thing what I should say the first and foremost things what we all have to remember. As I told about the story of quinine, artemisinin, or even then vincristine, vinblastine for anti-cancer, then you go to the Taxol, the very big structure, and see this Taxol research was done by whom? The scientist who was from Jaipur, in Rajasthan. And at the end of the day, he didn't got Nobel Prize or these things was because of the things that we ourselves have not promoted him. That is why he left this country and went to US. And their Mr. Smear's company, they got the patent of this molecule long back, and afterwards the things came up like different. So whether it is small molecule, whether it is big molecule, the research has been done in our Indian environment in a very different way. And now the things are coming up, rather promoting multiple aspects, where we need to think about that it is not the molecule, it is the molecules together with each other. And that is where the strength of our whole system lies. And where we took this India's journey with the ancient root and modern innovation, is our heritage is based on the ancient wisdom, where this millennia of empirical therapeutic knowledge has established. We go on scientific validation, like the mechanistic study, clinical evidence, and then technological integration. Now what now we are doing, these omics and other AI-enabled discoveries, and that lead to the global leadership. So this convergence of ethnopharmacology, pharmacology, toxicology, molecular biology, network pharmacology, metabolomics, and I should say translational chemical biology. That is the main area on which we all need to work, or rather the scientists through our country and throughout the globe they have been working. Now, as I said that, like none of these terminologies are new in our own context. In fact, many of the things as we are talking that when we cannot understand or cannot speak Sanskrit, that is our own fault. But the language has its own thing, and in fact, if we know that one, if you read that Charak Samhita, there are a lot of translation there. And you will see that some of those translations, because I am a pharmacist, we believe we are all here, and we believe that there is a molecule which do some interaction in the body and give some action or reaction, and by that we will get the effect. If there is effect, there should be a side effect. So it is not like there is something magic which is recovering you. But at the end of the day, we should not tell that we take a plant and we go to a molecular level. Molecule is not working, or plant Bhagbasai, the knowledge of the people has no value. Rather, we do not know how to give value to our own system. And that is where the whole thing lies. And in fact, thanks God that is with the present government and other all initiatives, things are moving in a very different way. And now the people have developed those faith, and where we put those things in a other platform like omics, and that has proven that how the molecules together work. And that is something what I will tell you in next few slides, where you feel that it is not that say pharmacognosy, the subject is wrong or subject is a Gura hat. I wish to hear many pharmacy colleges, they used to tell that we are not getting students in pharmacognosy, things like that. But you don't think of that things. You see that what is the depth of the subject and which way the things develop. So you have to think of that way angle. And here, say like, if you think on those, any of these, no, that where the drug discovery, drug development platform, it happens, no? Anything and everything where we have got from plant only. Just think about it very differently than the vision of Shastra. And this is like, say, I learned some sort of Ayurveda with many of our friends, or many of them are from BHU. And my, because I didn't got a degree in Ayurveda, but I learned Ayurveda from Professor Devnath, who was again product of BHU. And then my mentor was Dr. Salil Bhattacharya, S.K. Bhattacharya was very famous professor here. And they all put us in a very different way, that it is not that, as I told, that if you do not know Sanskrit, you should know it. But don't tell that something there is wrong, because you do not know what is wrong.